is my second time filming this. Alright, today I have my June wrap up for you guys. I only read 5 books, which I'm kind of upset about, but I will talk about all of them right now. The first book I read was Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare, and I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it, but I did not enjoy it as much as I enjoyed Lady Midnight. I feel like this one was just a lot of build up and like development with the characters and the world and the political things that were happening. A lot of things did happen in this book, and a lot of people did die in this book, and some of them did not deserve it. If you've read this, the last death shouldn't have happened, but I enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it as much as Lady Midnight. There were some things in here I didn't really like. I didn't like how they played out. I didn't like how quickly they played out, but yeah, it was a roller coaster, just not as big as a roller coaster as Lady Midnight was, because Lady Midnight was a fucking trip. Like, so I enjoyed this. I just didn't love it as much as I loved the other. So the next book I read was Far From You by Tess Sharp, and I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed this book. This is a murder mystery contemporary. Trigger warning for drug abuse, if that kind of thing bothers you. It's not like it's prescription drugs. It is not street drugs. Should I say street drugs? I don't know, but I don't know the lingo on drugs, but it is prescription drugs. The main character gets addicted after she is in a car wreck, and her best friend is murdered, and she is kind of on this mission after she gets out of rehab to find out what happened to her, find out everything that led up to that point. This was an amazing murder mystery. It was also a contemporary, but it's not the type of contemporary. It doesn't play out how you think it'll play out. It ain't tropey, but I really recommend this. And bisexual representation in this book is A+, so read it. It is freaking amazing. So the next book I read was Whispered Lies by Sherilyn Kenyon and Diana Love. I felt myself falling into a slump, so I thought I would read some of my favorite authors' stuff. And this is the 3rd book in the Badge Agency series, and I gave this 3.54 stars. I don't remember what I actually rated it, but I really enjoyed this. All of her books are just quick and fast, and these are extremely like smutty, trashy books, so if sex scenes you don't like, I wouldn't recommend these. But if you do, and you like if you just like this type of stuff, read it. I love these books. They're about a secret government like organization like the FBI, but nobody knows about these guys, and it's just really cool, and I loved it. And this one follows Carlos, and it was great. Well, along the same lines as that, I read Silent Truth by Sherilyn Kenyon and Diana Love. This is the 4th and final book in the Bad Agency series, and I gave this 4.5 out of 5 stars. I love this one. It's my favorite one. One of my favorite books I've read this year. It was fantastic. It was smutty. It was trashy. There was Hunter, who is like the love of my life, and I just really loved this book. I read it so quickly. Like, this is a kind of a thick book, and I was just like flying through this. But I read it at work, and I was like, don't look at me because I'm crying over here because I love this, but it was great. So the last book I read took me like 12 days to read for some reason. It's not a long book. It's barely 300 pages. But I don't know why it took me so long to read, because I did like it. I didn't love it, but I did like it. And that is Flame in the Mist by Renee. I gave this 3.5 out of 5 stars. It took me forever to read this, but it was really good, actually. Not a lot happens. It's not very action-packed. It's a lot of building and like plan building and like political building and all of that stuff. There's a lot of world building, a lot of character development, a lot of plot building. It was really good. I'm excited to read the 2nd book. I don't know when that's going to come out, but it was very much, if you like Milan, you will really like this. And I love the main character. I thought she was kind of not really a hero type character. I kind of thought she was borderlining morally gray, which was really cool, especially as we've got further into the story. So I enjoyed this. I just didn't love it. So those are all the books that I read this month. Comment what you read this month, or if you've read any of these, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye.